That I'm making 140K a month with trading is great, but what's in for you? I'm gonna show you my exact strategy that I'm using so that you can use it yourself in the future. And it doesn't matter if you are already an advanced trader or just at the beginning of your trader career. Let's dive into it. Before I break down my strategy, one important question to you. So what do you think is the most important task for a trader? Even before you think about executing your trades, it's the preparation. The better your preparation is, the better your trades will be. So the better your trades will be, the higher your profit rate, the more money you will make by the end of the month. For example, when you go to a gym, what is the first thing you do? It's warm up, right? To what? To avoid any injuries. The better your warm up is, the better your training will be. So, and that's the same at the markets. The better your preparation is, the better your trades will be in the end. But let me tell you something. The preparation is very easy and very simple. Preparation means using informations. The more informations I have, the more advantages I will have. The more advantages I will have, the more money I make. And the more easier I make this money. And here's the question, what markets, what instruments do I want to trade? For example, I want to trade Forex. If I want to trade Forex, I only can use this kind of chart. This is a candlestick chart. I probably think you already know what a candlestick chart is. If not, please write down all your questions down below in the comments and I will use these questions for future videos. And if you want to go deeper, if you want to use more information, you have to use or you have to trade other markets, other instruments, for example, the S&P 500. And here I have some more information I can use. And we know the more information we have, the more advantages we have, the more money we can make. What does it mean? I can open the candlesticks charts and look into what happens in the market. What do you think? That's a question to you. What do you think? Who controls the market? Is it you or is it me? No. To be honest, I'm so sorry. It's not you, it's not me. It's always the big market participants. For example, banks or hedge funds. They have to bring a lot of money into the markets and out of the markets every single day. And what do you think? If we could make this activity visible, that we can see where are they active, we can do in kind of volume. What does volume mean? The volume is a sum of the market buyers and the market sellers. That are the footsteps, the informations from all the big participants, from the big players, okay? But I will dive deeper in it later on. But now let's start with the preparation. Let's start with the market analysis. What do I have to do? I have to find out where was the market in the past to find out where the market wants to go in the future. And that means I'm looking for support and resistance zones or prices, so to predict the future movements. Here you see this is 8:30 in the morning. That's when the market started. We take a look at this day to day. So we already know that the market went up, okay? That means for me now I show you the preparation, the analysis upwards from here up, okay? You can do for yourself down if you want to do it. Yeah, so I do it and then you can pause the video and then you can think about where you would mark the support and resistance areas and zones. Let's do this. So we remember this was when the market started. That's when I start to trade. I mark out the important areas. This is a low. Then so that is a resistance. This is also a resistance when we are above this price. But this is not important for today. I want to show you quick how I do this, that you can do it in the future. These are all short-term highs or intermediate-term highs or lows. And this is for me to predict what can happen in the future. Okay, that's just here on the 15-minute time frame to see highs and lows. And that's it. I told you it's very easy, it's very simple. And now we can wait. Now we can wait for the perfect trade opportunities. Now you see we switch to another chart. And this is, it depends on which software you use. This is our own software I'm using with my community. This is a volume chart. And what you see now is not only the green and the red candles, you also see the volume I already mentioned. And you see here these price areas. These are the areas where we have much more volume, much more activity than in other prices. You see this here, for example, we have here 850, we have 295, 269, and here we have 1,712, 1,434. That's an indication for the big players, for banks, hedge funds, and so on. So what is my job right now? How did I make $7,000 in one day that brings me to 140K per month? One important lesson for you, it's patience. And this is one of the most important skill you have to bring if you want to be a successful trader in the future, that you be patient. So you see we have so many, when we go back to a candles chart, you see we have so much price movement. We could trade everywhere. Yeah, so we have so much opportunities, okay? But we have more information and we can use it. So what you see here is when the market started. So we have always much volume because everybody brings money into the market. Yeah, so that's what the big players have to do. But then we have to wait. And then you now see what or how important the preparation is, what advantages it brings to us. We see here the market went down, we see this volume, we see this volume, we see this volume. And then I'm just waiting. The market went up, the market came down. And what did the prices do? You see, we see here rejection. The market came back and I'm just waiting to see a confirmation. The market came back again, down again. And you see, nothing happened. And now, this shows me we don't have interest to bring the prices lower. So, and what do I do next? I position myself and wait to get into the market. That means that I put here a stop order and wait to the moment the market comes back to this price. Yeah, it's above the volume, because when it shows me that the price went back up above the volume, then the interest is more on buying than selling. Interesting question, right? How do I know if the market wants to go lower from the volume or higher? It's very easy. One thing, when the price is very low, what do you think, on what are the big participants interested? On more selling and selling more and more when we are just on a low price? Or is it maybe a good price so that the market participants want to buy and bring the prices up, right? Okay, and another one is when we go back over above the volume, so where all the strength was brought into the market, then it's more predictable. It's more clear that the market participants want to bring the price up, right? So this is where I wait for the market to comes back up. This zone here, or this price here, or this price here is my entry. Okay, great. My stop loss comes below the last price this here. That means this is 18 or 17 ticks. I think you already know what the risk-reward ratio is. For me, it's important that I make more profit than I risk on a trade. And which price is the next I'm looking for? This could be this high, but no, for me, it's this price up here. And when we see from here, where my entry is, to this price here, this is 45 ticks. So this is more than double my risk, right? And that's for me a good trade. And you see what the market did? The market didn't reach my mark, yeah, my line here, and that showed me that the mark is too weak to reach new highs. And this here was the price area where I closed my trade. And now it's important to understand that not always, because of volume, we know what the price wants to do next, okay? You see here, you could say, okay, hey, we have volume at the high. Marcus told me, okay, when we are at the low, the market participant wants to buy. Okay, when the price is high, the market participants wants to sell. No, it's always what does the market shows you. And the market here shows you that we have volume, and then you see the market tries to pull lower, but they had no chance. So we have the volume here, and then most of the time the price was higher than lower, okay? So, and that was the reason why the market came up. So the next one is, Marcus, we have volume on a high. Perfect. This could be your trade. Yes, but this was not my trade. I want to explain my strategy here to you, but I also show you other opportunities what you can learn from, okay? So we see this high here. Why didn't I take a trade on this volume? Just to make clear, we don't have any resistance here. You see the orange lines, these are the resistance zones I'm looking for. You see here the market came through my resistance zone and now the resistance becomes a support. And you see this became a support, but just for a short time. That for me, when I say, okay, I would enter the trade here, this is my risk. From here to here, this is not enough space. Yeah, so this here could be the next one. It could be just for collecting more buyers to grow, to push the market up. But to make clear, this, what I show you here is just showing you some tips, what I'm doing. This is not a recommendation what you have to do in the future. Just to make clear, okay? Please learn from what I show you, take inspirations or what else, but yeah, it's not a recommendation how you do it. So you see, you need to practice, you need the information, you need the knowledge. It's not what you can get only from one YouTube video. You have to do the work. You have to press my subscribe button, you have to press the like button, and then you will become successful. Okay, so let's continue. And just one last example for you so that you can see what is possible. I didn't take the trade because I already turned off my computer because my job was done. I made 7,000 a day. So, but what do you see here? You see, and this is just a textbook entry. You see what? You see this rejection. You see this price we marked out earlier, and then you see this volume, this volume, this volume, and then textbook. The market went up, the market came back, rejected, and then the market went back to these higher prices. And do you see what we did with the preparation? So do you see how often the market had his problems to go through these levels? You see this one here? He had to struggle before he had the power to move higher. Okay? Follow the steps I showed you and you are going to be successful in the future. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.